First, happy Hanukkah to my Jewish brothers and sisters. I am Mishpucha, I am your extended family, and I wish you a beautiful start to the Festival of Lights. And the celebration, the remembrance, could not be more indicative of where we are collectively. Once more, there is unholy darkness descending upon the land. Once more, there is a struggle by a tyrant to keep power. Once more, I'm afraid we will need something bigger than ourselves to keep our wicks lit, to burn away darkness in the temple of our democracy. So pray for us, my Jewish brothers and sisters. We need the help, now as ever. More than anything, we will need justice. Why? Here's the latest. The full Trump mob has amassed for their final assaults on America. And that is what this is. It's not due process. It's not letting it play out. This is saying we don't like what happened, so it must not stand. This country is nothing without democracy being respected. So this is an attack on America at her core, period. Rogue attorneys general from states that have already certified their votes, signing on to a corrupt cause. Now, joining them, more than half of House Republicans, over 100, now endorsing what they can offer no credible proof about. What else is asking the court to allow you to stop the transfer of power because you don't like how it happened? Not liking it is all they have. They have become re-Trumplicans. There should be no collective cover for them when this is done. They must all be remembered for this and as this. There is nothing right or righteous. Their actions are the death knell of decency. They do not want unity. They do not want cooperation. They do not want law and order. They want nothing bigger than what they can steal for themselves. They show urgency for a bad cause while ignoring the good fight to help people during a goddamn pandemic. Shame on them. Attacking what is best about us in the name of a man who represents the worst in us. A man who dared to lie in his own brief before the highest court in the land, saying no one has ever won Ohio and Florida and lost. Nixon did in 1960. Then today, the lie is exposed. What does he do? He does his worst. He doubles down on dumb, saying no one has ever won Iowa, Ohio, and Florida and lost. And again, he is wrong. You see, adding more BS to BS does not change the stench. Nixon won Iowa too. Nixon, the last GOP liar who disgraced this country, a fitting analog to Trump. And now, all you who support his cause are just like him. And while before the Supreme Court they should not succeed, they can't succeed. Why? How can a court that found 9-0 that you can't come late and say another state doesn't like how a different state chose to run their election, how can that same court now give a different ruling when the same thing is argued about multiple states? But even if the outcome is that this election must stand, this assault on us cannot. The effort alone must be unforgivable. They are attacking America at her core, and the timing matters. It is when we are at our weakest. When we need unity the most, they bring disunity. And they know it. It should speak volumes to you that Texas's own Solicitor General, the Solicitor General is who is supposed to argue before the Supreme Court for a state. So the Solicitor General in Texas won't put his name on this case. What does that tell you? It is brought by the Attorney General, who is currently under indictment for fraud as it is. Okay? No senators have filed an amicus brief or signed on to this suit by Texas. Even the senior senator of Texas, John Cornyn, says he's struggling to understand the legal theory behind the lawsuit. Of course he is. There isn't one. And remember, Cornyn used to be the state's attorney general. And Texas, the state that wanted to restrict every county to one ballot drop box a month before the election to suppress turnout. This is the state barking the loudest about fraud. More than 20 other states and Washington, D.C. are standing up for democracy. They are submitting their own amicus brief, deriding this sham, urging the Supreme Court to deny it. But how can we be divided on this? How can it be enough to say that you don't like it and have nothing to show? So here we are. Will the highest court in the land rescue our rectitude once more, as it did during the last plot like this by this party? Will this mass of McCarthy's be turned away in the name of the law as it was during the Red Scare? If not, if the court were to aid this toxic cause, if elections only count if you like the outcome, what becomes of America?